Hey everybody, hello and greetings from Frederick, Maryland. Alright, local time here right now is 8:15, but this video was taken shot today at somewhere around 3-ish, maybe even 4. It was taken at a service plaza or rest area actually, on Highway 15, just when you cross into Maryland from Pennsylvania. Alright, I don't know why, but I really wish DJI would put an external microphone on their the remote control. That would make it so much easier, you know. But they don't. You're forced to use other means of voiceovers or dubbing and all that stuff. But anyway, the reason I stopped at this rest area was when I crossed the state line, or for the past 10 miles before crossing the state line, I saw a lot of beautiful trees. Looks like they had an ice storm over there not too long ago. And you know how that scene where the ice are, you know, encumbering the trees and the twigs and the branches and all that stuff, and that's what I was trying to capture, but somehow it didn't really pan out. And I actually had a second video recording the audio on this flight. I had some commentary, but for some reason I just can't figure out how to get it to sync together, and it's quite frustrating. One of the reasons that happened was when I tried to fly the drone, somehow it says take off, and the drone was really close to the truck and I couldn't really see it, and I keep wondering why it's not taking off even though it's saying take off. It turns out that one of the propeller came off. I don't know why, but it came off, and so eventually I got it up in the air. And I think this is the part where I said, you know, what a beautiful neighborhood right here. And so I started panning around real slow. It looks pretty good. A beautiful neighborhood right there. And one of the fortunate things that happened was when I came to the rest area, I was the last one in there, and they closed the gate, and you'll see that a little later on the video. But because this rest area over there at the Maryland Welcome Center, I would imagine it's on 15. They close it right after about 4 maybe, and so they just closed the gate, and I don't know. You'll see it a little bit later, but I was the last one in there. In fact, I was the only one at that rest area there. So it was nice and quiet. Nobody around to bother me or me bothering anyone. Man, I just really enjoy flying this drone. It's not as thrilling as flying a remote control plane, because this thing is so much stable. I mean, it would definitely fly on its own. It's not like a remote control airplane where, you know, you could only take your eyes off of it for, you know, 5 seconds and before you panic. This one here, I mean, sheesh, put it somewhere and it stays there as long as the batteries, uh, as long as the battery stays fresh or got some juice in it. It will stay flying. All right, right now I'm headed to kind of a pond here. And so the question is, am I going to land? Yeah, maybe I have a fishing hook on the bottom of the drone. And maybe I can go ice fishing. What do you think? Oh, boy. You know, I saw a video a while ago where this guy put a fishing line and a hook on the bottom of his drone and he went fishing. Of course, they were tiny little fish, but oh man, we live in a world now that, you know, the social warriors out there will destroy you. It's a sad day, but it is true, you know. All right, I'm looking for a suitable hole here, and let's see if I think I came down as far as 8 inches from the ground. But okay, one thing that you guys need to know is this drone tells you the ground level from where you took off. Well, I guess I decided to take off from there. It tells you the altitude from where you took off and not necessarily the altitude of where the ground is directly below you. So that's kind of a little bit concerning. Okay, this is I still got one truck here. There's a flatbed there, just him and I. There's Baby Blue. I'm inside Baby Blue, flying the drone from the nice comfort of the inside of Baby Blue. A little later, I don't know whether it's going to be on this clip or the next one, but you'll see the gate will actually close. It is just amazing, you know. When Larry and I used to fly remote control planes, I tried to venture. Even Larry tried to venture into flying helicopters, but it was the hardest thing I ever did. I was a frustrated remote control helicopter pilot. I could never do it. I couldn't even hover for more than 5 seconds. It started walking and crashing. And so to be able to do this is just a dream come true. But yeah, so okay, I decided to go to this farm here. There's a barn. Unfortunately, the signal started to fade. There seemed to be a lot of signal interference there, and so I wanted to go pan right and do a circle, but I think at some point, a couple of times at this point right here, I started to lose the signal completely. I didn't know where the drone was. There was no video coming, no telemetry at all. And so I pressed the home button And let's see. There. That's when I press the home button and it's gonna start going home. Let's see. I have this preset to climb at 75 feet, I think. So you can preset this to climb at 75 feet. Right about now, I reestablished the signal and I pause. I hit the pause button, and so that's why she stopped. And now I'm trying to fly it again, and it just wouldn't work. There was just way too much interference. So I think I think I went home again. Yeah, she started going home now, I think. So anyway, you can preset the altitude. There, she's going home right now. That's on autopilot right now. And I think I was saying that the only thing that you can navigate or operate while it's on home mode is the camera and gimbal. So as I was saying earlier, there I reestablished the connection. I stopped it because now it's right above me and the signal right now is really good. So anyway, you can preset the altitude. You can preset the altitude to 400 feet, 500 feet, and what it will do is it will travel from where it's been to where it's the current location. It will go up to your preset altitude. In this case, I have it set at 75 feet. So let's just say from point B, your point A, and its current location is on point B. If you press the home button, it will go straight up to 75 feet. And then it will hover right directly above you and then go down. But in this case, as soon as I reestablished the connection, I continued flying because I didn't want to come down. I didn't want to come down with the battery half-life on it. I don't know if it's bad or good for the battery to recharge it halfway. I don't know if these batteries develop memories or not, but I thought to myself, well, why go home if I still had plenty of juice left? So right now at this point, it's only me and Baby Blue left at the rest area. Again, I seriously, honestly, without a doubt that I can tell you, not a joke, I would have not been able to do this if without you guys, your support, your subscription, your comments, your views. There's no way in the world I could have afforded this. Sadly, one of my subscribers kind of called me a liar because I simply said that without you guys, I would have never afforded this. And, I don't know, why can't we all just live and let live, Yeah, I was a little really disappointed because for a while there he was very supportive of my channel and me, both my channel and my person, my family. But somehow, I don't know, it just, something happened. You had a bad day or whatever. But just called me a liar, I suppose. But it's okay. You know, this is YouTube. It can be expected, I suppose. And you know, I'll be honest with you. I know a lot of people say, you know what, just don't let it bother you. Don't let it get to you. It is what it is. For the most part, I don't let it affect me, but to be honest with you, it does. How can you not let it? How can you not let anyone say something bad to you, not bother you? It just, I'm not made of steel, you know. But oh well. You win some, you lose some, I suppose. As Colonel Potter used to say, we live in a, how did they say that? We live in a proposition that here you are today and you're gone tomorrow. Alright, I think at this point the rest area is totally closed. And oh yeah, I was kind of showing you this tree. As you could probably see, the tree is a little bit covered with ice. I'm still trying to learn how to, I know how to fly it. I still have a hard time which way is, I know which way is up, I know which way is down. I just got to get from my head to down my fingers. Because when I'm trying to go up, I go push my finger down. Because in the remote control world, if you want to go up, you press the stick down, just like a yoke in an airplane. Except the elevator is on your right finger. This one, the up and down, is on your left. It's a little bit counterintuitive, I suppose. I wonder if I could, yeah, I wonder if I could, yeah, I think there's a way to rearrange the controls. But you know what, I'm just gonna leave it the way it is and just retrain my head and my fingers. So right here I was trying to do, I don't know what kind of program it is, but isn't there a program in here where you point at something, an object, and it will hover and circle around and round and round? And that's what I'm trying to do. But I guess you'll see in a moment where I'm trying to do this manually and it's so rough. Nothing beats the computer of doing that, but one thing I do have to say, I've been watching a lot of drone videos, and most drone pilots out there they're into the cinematic views, they're into the photography, they're into the fine-tuning of the picture, the videos, and I am not an aerial photographer. As you know, I record everything raw and put the camera on automatic and just let it record. Boy, that reefer is really loud, isn't it? I got the truck engine turned off. The only thing that's running right now is the reefer. Oh, one of the things why I did not include the audio that I recorded on a camera is in some videos you'll probably hear kind of a hissing noise, or like a something come out of the speaker, you know, and that's because I have the speaker, the stereo put on kind of a loud setting, and even though there's no audio coming out, because the audio is coming out of my my device, but still I can't even hear. I can't hear the stereo, that go ee. I can't hear it. The only time I heard it is when I was playing back the video, and I was horrified, like, holy smokies, there's I can't use this audio. Alright, this one, at this point, I think 30 seconds ago, I pressed the home button and it's trying to land by itself, and I wouldn't let it. So I keep forcing it up, and the battery at this time is really low. So I don't know what I did with this one here. I think I tried to land. This is where I landed, right here. So I landed right about here. There you go. Alright, right now is the second flight, and this is the one that I was talking about. I'm trying to circle Baby Blue manually, and it's a little bit challenging, I suppose. But there's a program in there somewhere that will automatically do it. I just don't know how to do it. We've all seen it. I mean, you know, like in the movie theaters or the big movies where people go up in the mountains and somewhat of like a helicopter circling up there scene kind of thing. Listen. Totally quiet. The reefer just turned off. Yeah, this is the one where I was circling and around, practicing my piloting skill, I suppose. You know, one of you commented that these drones are gonna get us YouTubers in a whole lot of trouble, and oh man, I hope not, you know. By the way, got a question for you. A lot of people talk about you shouldn't fly on somebody's private property. I can understand that, but the question is, how high do you own the space above your property? Surely at 30,000 feet, you don't own the airspace right directly above you, right? Actually, I was looking at YouTube videos today. I typed in who owns the airspace above your property, and one came back actually. I think back in 1970s, there was a chicken farmer in California that was right next to the Air Force base. And so anyway, they went all the way to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court established that he had the right to own the airspace above him from 88 feet to 330 feet. Anything above that, it was free air or FAA or whatever. So yeah, I guess I also was Googling, does anybody have the right to shoot your drone or destroy your drone if they're flying above your property? And the analogy that came back was, well, if somebody was trespassing in your property, somebody was using a moped and running through your property, do you have a right to destroy that moped? Of course not, right? You could take them to court, you could sue them or have them arrested for trespassing, but that doesn't give you the right to destroy that drone or that property. As far as flying at somebody's property, you know, as long as you're not at somebody's backyard where people are sunbathing or taking a shower or going to a swimming pool or some personal activity, people don't want to be filmed. I could see that. That's kind of creepy. But if you're just flying through trees, even though it's a private property, I mean, come on. But I know there's always somebody out there that's gonna make a stink out of it. By the way, did you see that black spot on top of Baby Blue? Yeah, that's where the camera mount was. Right there. That's the camera mount right there. And that, my friend, is not an easy task to get up there. Not a gorilla like me, anyway. So, uh-oh. Here it comes. There it comes. Question is, what's JBG Travels gonna do right about now? Oh, hello. See, I got my headset on. Look at that. It just stays put. Doesn't go anywhere. Okay, I guess I'm gonna try this tree one more time. Come on, tree. Yeah, there seems to be a culture of people out there some kind of a culture that hates drones. I don't know if it's the drone they hate or the technology or whatever their problem is. It's landing. Alright, what's this one here? Is this the last part where I was recording? I don't want to kind of spoil it for you because there's something that I did. It's kind of neat, especially that when the rest area is closed. I'm pretty sure that the rest area right now is closed. I mean, at that moment right now. Oh, there was some point at this flying session. AJ calls, and she calls, and yet just as soon as she called, I lost my telemetry, all my signal, all the videos, and I started panicking. Okay, at this point, I think I realized that the rest area is closed. So I get this brilliant idea of exploring the rest area building itself. So I'm going over it, going to the other side. And I'm looking at what it looks like a fountain, doesn't it? Actually, I have no idea what that is. So I'm going and dropping altitude here. I think at this point I'm about 60 feet, maybe 50 feet. Then I started dropping altitude here. There we go. Now I'm gonna go down the street level here. Kind of like simulating a walk the dog. Well, walk the drone. Walking the drone. There we go. Still a little bit too high, but definitely I'm gonna be dropping some altitudes here. Here we go. That should about be what, 5 feet, 10 feet maybe. Right now I'm the only one at the rest area here. There's baby blue. You know, what an amazing technology, and yet it can only take one single little twig to bring it down. Alright, right now I'm about what, 3 feet up above the ground. And there's absolutely nobody around the rest area now. And it was a little bit windy too. But the Mavic just really holds its position. Yeah, it's amazing to me that there are millions and millions of videos out there. And out of the millions of videos, you guys are watching mine. It's just crazy. Yeah, I'm kind of doing a voiceover using my iPhone 7 Plus. So there's absolutely no audio on the drone. Once again, I really wish DJI would put a mic jack right there on the remote control. Right? I mean, that would be so super great. Let's go up, 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 and away. Alright, you should be able to see the gate being closed. I'm pretty sure this is the last clip. I'm hoping that over time I can get better at my piloting skills here. Wait, what am I doing here? What am I doing? Oh wait, I think this is the part where I think I landed on Baby Blue's hood. Now that's something you could never do in a remote control airplane. Yeah, landed right there. Alright, we'll catch you guys later. As always, thank you for watching. Peace.